Hi, welcome back, everyone. This is another one of our inspiring and uplifting, heart-powered, inspiring interviews. And as you know, every time I introduce you to an amazing entrepreneur and expert guest. And today we have a lady with us. Oh, she's close to my heart. She's so smart. She's really, we're in the same field. We share a mission and we really care about helping entrepreneurs to step up in a greater way. Who is she? Well, her name is Nathalie Doremieux. I hope I'm saying it correctly, Nathalie Doremieux, right? Beautiful French name. Nathalie helps heart-centered women really turn their expertise and influence into recurring income by helping them create and grow online programs that impact millions, right? Amazing. What an impactful work you do. We share a mission. Obviously, that's why we like each other so much. And she's born in France, as her name indicates, and she's really lived a true American dream, believe it or not. But after finishing school with her boyfriend, who's now her husband, Olivier, right? Yeah. They decided to really pack their bags and look for actually a summer job in the US, right? Guess what? 10 years later, they were still there and they were still living a fun but a little bit too crazy life, I think, in San Francisco at the time, right?
Correct.
And then they eventually moved back to France and they've built a business that helps entrepreneurs build online communities and create life-changing e-learning experiences. So Nathalie, it's amazing to have you with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. So why don't we jump right away in? And we always like to ask every one of our guests, what are some of the things you do right now to keep you vibrant and strong, no matter what external circumstances are coming your way? What keeps you in the vortex?
So there is one thing that I do every day, and on the days that I don't do it, I can see the productivity and the result and just the energy not being there, is really focusing at the beginning of my day of what is actually working and what I am grateful for. Because it is so easy to always wanting to grow and get to the next step and to think of the things that we don't have yet. And we sometimes forget how far we've come. And of course, the community, being surrounded by other people that sometimes are in the vortex when you're not, and that help you get there back quickly. Because we all have our moments. What's important is how fast do we go back up. Yeah. So it's that consciousness and just being grateful for what I have and what is working and how can I make a difference today. And when I start my day with that, then things go a lot better.
I love it. It's beautiful. Such a powerful habit, right? And such a powerful, uplifting question, because questions drive answers that drive eventually what we do and how we feel and what we do and eventually results. That's so good. I love that. So I know, Nathalie, you're doing amazing work. You help people build online learning platforms, e-learning platforms and communities and everything else. And it's so powerful. Especially in the current times where connection is so important and we learn best when we learn together, right? Correct. So, what are you doing in the current times to bring your own business to a different level? What are some of your best practices that really help you expand and grow what you're doing?
So actually, I'm kind of following what I help my client with, which is figuring out how can I continue to help the people that I've already served. I mean, when we're looking into growing a business, sometimes we think that we have to create another thing. We have to create this brand new product. We have to go and get a new type of clients for a new product. But very often when we help people, we've already established the trust. We've already helped them get some type of result. And there is an opportunity for us to continue to help them. That's kind of what I do when people come and they want online platforms. They already have a running business. They are looking to expand, create the recurring income, provide an offer to people that cannot afford them one-on-one, for example, or maybe they are at capacity. Well, I'm kind of doing the same thing. Is how can I get to the next level when my client have hired me to build a platform? How can I continue to support them in a capacity where that business that I've helped them create continues to grow?
I love that. And obviously you help people to really build online platforms and online learning systems. So there's a lot of entrepreneurs, also I'm working with, that think like, is it, what, how do I go about expanding what I do? I mean, one thing is building an online platform, right? So what are some things, where do you feel like, when is the right moment to start even considering that?
Yeah.
Should I have like a running program or a course already, or or a community, and then I start building it? Or when is the right moment to start considering going online, going digital?
Well, I think that the right moment is when you feel like you want to expand, but you know that what you're currently doing is not scalable. For example, you're doing one-on-one and there are so many people you can work with, and you feel like you can't up your pricing, like, right? That how do I start to do from one-on-one to one-to-many? So some people are coaches, for example, do group coaching. But when it comes to creating an online portal, they have a problem because they don't want to lose the connection. And I have that same issue. Like, I'm building program, but they are very small groups because I still want that tight connection. I want to get to know everybody. But that is scalable only to a certain point, right? So you're basically ready when you realize that you want more, but you are at capacity.
Yeah.
So then you decide, do I try to continue to help all my past clients with the next thing? Or if I am someone that is able to create lots of leads, I have lots of followers on social media, maybe there is a program that I can create there at a lower price point that is going to get those people ready for my higher program. Yeah. So it depends on, I would say, looking at your ability of what you know how to do. Yeah. Like, if you don't know how to build an audience, don't say, I'm going to build like a lower price point membership at $10 a month and I'm going to have 10,000 members, because this is not really something that you know how to do. So you could, but you're going to have to learn how to do that. However, if you're like, well, I'm really good at bringing people one-on-one, but I'm completely full. Okay, maybe this one-on-one, there is a way to turn it into one-to-many programs where you can hire coaches that can be facilitators, for some of these things, right? And that's really where I come in, because, and I'm living my own thing, thinking, well, but they need me, right? They want me, and I cannot duplicate myself. But the reality is, there are things where you keep repeating yourself all the time. Mm. And those are the things that you want to start to extract, so that the time spent one-on-one becomes so much more efficient and impactful.
Yeah. So, I know that also, and I don't know, probably also your, I mean, just today I had a conversation with one of my clients that is exactly at that point. She wants to grow from one-on-one into, working with groups and, in this way. So I think that once people are actually making that transition, and I love what you said, right? This is exactly the point also, to start thinking about how can I technically support it. So I don't know about you, but a lot of the clients that I work with, they feel like, the technical part is the scary part, right? So how can we take this fear of going technical out of their system?
So the first reason why the technical part is scaring to people is because they think tech too early. Mm. The minute you want to go online, they're like, okay, what tool should I use? And they start asking. And the more people you're going to ask, the more ideas you're going to get, from people that are affiliates and they want to sell their stuff, to people that have a great membership that's working for them and they believe that it's the best solution for everybody, which is not right. When really the tool, and I am a tech person, right? My background is software engineering, so I could be talking about tech all the time, and I used to do that. But the reality, the tech is just what makes it happen. But you have to know what it is first. So first, you design what you want to do. And then you do what all the successful people do. You find the people to tell you to find the tool stack to make it happen. Right? Instead of, because this is not in your wheelhouse. There is one thing that I learned, especially this year with the group that we both belong to, is that I have to continue to focus on what I'm good at. In order to grow, I don't have to start to learn things that I don't master and that I don't know. I need to hire it out and delegate.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's basically the idea. People get overwhelmed with tech because they think about the tech too early. And of course, they don't have a business idea. They barely know what they're going to help. And they look at something and they see it's 50, 100 a month, and they think, well, it's too expensive. Well, are you planning to make 10K a month with your membership? Then $100 is too expensive. It makes it happen and it's all automated. And then they're like, okay, so they understand that they're really not thinking about it right. They are thinking in the mindset of, if it works or when it works, I will spend that. No, that's, you have to jump, you know.
However, you know, I love everything you're saying. And, you know, just to summarize for everyone that's here with us today, you know, again, if you have a course or you have something that really runs well and you want to grow it and scale it to serve more people in a more automated way, then Nathalie is your lady, right? And Nathalie, you already also said that there's a couple of other things you do to grow your own business. You said you show up as a leader, right? You said you regularly help people inside communities. What do you do? How do you show up as a leader?
So I make it part of my day. I am part of communities, either programs that I've paid, most are paid programs that I belong to, you know, courses that I've purchased in different areas, right? They don't have to be in my, in my expertise. There are things that I'm learning. But as an entrepreneur, I mean, that's how I've built my business. I've been in business for 15 years. That's how I've had my clients. That's how I've had partnerships. It's just, I so believe in this power of supporting and helping each other with the tools that we have. I'm really good at certain things and I'm struggling at other things that I look for, you know, in this community for people to help. So when I can help, I just help just by giving them advice, not by saying, PM me, here's my link, this is my product. Like, people don't even know what I do. I mean, after a while, they kind of guess what I do because I have this, all what I tell them, you know, what I would do and how I would do it, or I show them examples. And the people that are really interested, then they start, either they tag me or they DM me and say, you know, I saw what you talked about. Like, I would love to, like, do you have example? Could we possibly talk? And that's how we start a conversation. So when I reply, I don't expect anything in return other than showing up. It's part of my DNA. It gives me the strength and the confidence knowing that I am helpful. That's one of my, you can call it a weakness. I need to feel needed. And it's very empowering when somebody said, thank you, that is very helpful. That keeps me going. That is a win in itself for me. Anything else is icing on the cake. And
I personally believe that unconditionally supporting others is never a weakness.
Yeah. But it's that need that I have to feel that validation sometimes, you know, like.
Yeah, but again, you know, I think you know, I mean, as you say, showing up as a leader, what do you mean with that? What I understand you mean with that is you just support people. You show up as an expert when you know that you can help, and you help, and that's beautiful. And you also said that another one of your success secrets is you start building partnerships and you start getting referrals.
Yeah.
And I would say that you showing up and supporting unconditionally is probably one great ingredient into building these type of partnerships and having people refer others to you, right? So what else do you do to build these partnerships and get referrals?
Well, I have regular virtual coffee talks with people. So it's either people that I meet on LinkedIn. Sometimes I reach out to them. Often they reach out to me. I probably have like 200 invites waiting. So I'm not accepting everybody because, you know, right now it's a bit crazy what you get sometimes. But it's like being open to get like a 15-minute conversation, and it's like being curious about what others are doing. And sometimes it brings, you know, amazing opportunities.
Yeah, and connections. It's beautiful.
And connections. And people are like, well, I have a podcast, you should come on my podcast. I didn't even know, but like you say, hey, come on my podcast. I love the 15 minutes. Like we could do a show. Yeah, sure. Let's do a show. Right.
Right.
And the next thing you know, it's there. And then it generates traffic on my site, which brings people that book a call with me. And
great.
So it's that consistency too. That is really important.
Yeah, I love it. And I know, Nathalie, you are like me. You love action, right? You love inspiration, but you also love to turn inspiration and learning into action to get results, right? So
exactly.
Every guest we have here, we always ask the one question: what is one thing everyone that is with us here right away, they can do right away to turn, the inspiration from you and your amazing golden nugget suggestions into concrete progress?
Sure.
What is one call to action you can give them?
So because what I do is I help people scale their business and leverage their expertise, right? One exercise that I love to tell people to do when I have people on the phone, when they're like, I need to expand, but I don't know what to do. And I said, I truly believe that we all have a recurring membership idea inside of us. And the easiest one is to continue to support the people that you've already helped. So if you can pick 3 to 5 of your last favorite clients that you've helped with and that have stopped working with you, so you're probably leaving money on the table because you have nothing else, so they probably went somewhere else. If you can have a conversation with these people and say, what is the next problem for them? And can you provide a solution for them? That could be the start of you creating a recurring income and continue to support, people, further.
Yeah. So the concrete and call to action is take a blank piece of paper, all of you, right? Think about the top 3 people that you enjoyed working with most, people that you're not working with right now, reach out to them and find out what they need right now. And they might continue working with you right away. I love that. Beautiful. Good. So we challenge you, every single one of you that is with us today, do it. Because again, we love to inspire you, and even more so, we love you taking action and getting concrete results out of it. So, play this little game with us today, take action on it, and share with us in the HeartPowered Global Nation community how it went. We cheer you on. We love to see you progress, and, just take action and tell us how it goes. Great, Nathalie. I'm sure quite a few of the people that are with us here, they would like to know, oh, you know what, Nathalie might just be a heaven-sent gift to us, because we are looking for actually expanding and growing our business and going and building a technical platform. And as you know, that's what we do. I mean, pretty much every entrepreneur we are working with is growing and scaling their business. But what you bring to the table is setting up the technical platform to make it happen. And so how could people get in touch with you, to have a conversation, to see if there's something you could be doing together?
So they can reach me on 2 of my websites. So it's nathaliedoremieux.com or newsoftwaremarketing.com, which are 2 sites. They can also reach me on Facebook because I am there every single day. And I'm also on LinkedIn, my name.
Yeah.
So there you'll find a link to book consultations. I talk to people all the time. I learn so much from these conversations. So I talk to people all the time. So
I love that. And by the way, you can pick that up as another golden nugget, right? And definitely have a chat with Nathalie. You have nothing to lose. And Nathalie, thank you so much for being on with us.
You're welcome, Monique.
Your precious time. And I know you're a busy lady, like all of us are, right? And when you are watching this today, congratulations, because you're investing in yourself. You want to learn, you want to connect with other incredibly striving entrepreneurs like Nathalie and myself. So reach out to Nathalie, reach out to me. If you want to have a business conversation, reach out to me. If you want to have a more like, how do I make it technically possible, have a chat with Nathalie. And in any case, check back in with us soon, because soon we're going to come back with another HeartPowered inspiring interview. So thank you all for being with us today. Thank you, Nathalie. And
thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be in touch soon.